real well if you're watching this. Um, every so often I feel every so often I feel that I've got something in me that I want to share, and it happened to me today. I was sitting there at my tea and I thought I need to talk to somebody. And of course, I think of myself as talking to you, but I'm really just talking to myself. That's what happens when you live alone. Talk to yourself. But anyway, let's pretend I'm talking to you, and then it makes me feel better. Um, because I was talking to somebody today. I won't mention her name. Those of you who will come to my seminars on a Wednesday will get to meet her eventually. But I was talking to somebody this afternoon, and she had just had such a wonderful story of her journey over just the past short 3 years, which has changed her life. And um, I don't think she realised just how beautiful the story was. And it left me smiling as I was making my tea. I must admit I'd nipped into the farm shop and I got a bit of quiche and some salad, so I didn't have a lot of making to do in my tea. Uh, but I was preparing my dinner and I realised I was smiling. And I was smiling with a this is going to sound totally ridiculous, but with a joy in me. It was almost like being in love in the early stages. I was just I was just smiling through, and it was just this woman's story. Um, she had had a previous career, but it wasn't fulfilling, and she was on a journey. May as well. She was in India, and she went through this ceremony. And while she was in India, and I presume a sort of meditation ceremony, she by the end of the ceremony, she knew what she had to do, and it changed her life. And she, as I say, I'm not going to say too much because it would make her too recognisable, and that wouldn't be fair on her. But it absolutely changed her life, and she then knew exactly what she wanted to do, um, something that she hadn't done before. So it was all a bit strange to her, although she did have a bit of a passion in these areas, but she'd never thought of it as a career. And interestingly, having decided that's what she wanted to do, things fell into place. Bum, bum, bum. And synchronicity kicked in, and she would walk into a bookshop, and there would be a book straight in front of her, which would take her a further step on her journey. She would accidentally meet people who were just right for her at the right time, which would take her on another step on her journey. And it took me back to we have a place to go. We have a route to take. And what happened to her was the universe just finally telling her. She opened up. And as I've mentioned before, I heard somebody say that your spirit guide, not your guardian angels or whatever, but your spirit guide is actually you on a different timeline. It's a previous or future incarnation who comes to you at the right time. And it made me realize, the number of times, okay, as you know, I'm not spiritually gifted or anything, but the number of times when, you need help and all of a sudden the help is there. And I could accept this idea of you with having all your experience through all the different timelines, different bits of experience, and then all of a sudden you need something, and the you, the piece of you with that experience drops in. Boom, here you are. And listening to this woman, her defining moment during that ceremony had opened her up to allow that um, that piece of her from some other timeline to say this is what you're supposed to be doing. And of course, the skills that she then developed, which she took to, as I quote, like a duck to water. So she picked him up really quickly because, yeah, in some past life, she had probably worked in these areas and now they were all coming together. I believe that although most of us don't remember our past lives, and I certainly don't, you carry forward the skills. So, oh yeah, she took to it like a duck to water. No, she learned it in a past skill and was just reliving it in this one. And developing it, maybe refreshing, getting a refresher course in it perhaps. But the things that come easy to you, you've done before. So with her, all the different wee bits that she had done before all came together. And the brave bit was realizing that her skills that she had developed and worked on, and yes, she took courses as well to supplement all this, were worth something to people. And she started charging, and she's now made a career for herself um, out of this passion. And so the universe knows, maybe it's our higher self. Who knows? I don't know. But it knows where you need to go. And if you're open enough, it will help you get there. And her story was just so amazing that it just left me, it brought everything I'm beginning to believe all together. And it was just beautiful. And it just left me smiling because there are people out there that are just amazing. And when you're on the right road for the road that your higher self, your north node, if you like, wants you to go, everything slots into place. Nobody says it's going to be easy. No, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. There will still be challenges. But just remember, when you do have these challenges, the universe has got your back. The universe doesn't do it to you, it does it for you. You've got things to learn in this life, just the same as you had in all your past lives. So if you didn't have challenges, you wouldn't learn them. But the universe makes it so much easier for you when you're on the right road. Beautiful story, absolutely beautiful. Left me feeling absolutely joyous, and I had to share it with you. So thanks very much for listening, and I hope that you're on your right path. I hope eventually I find mine. Anyway, blessings to you, and good night.